And happy Monday, my friends. I'm Kurt Berglund, and as a regular feature on my channel, I do Monday book reviews, and you found this Monday's book review. This one's an oldie but a goodie. I have pulled out one of my favorite books, baseball books of all time. The publication date is 1971, but that's the bad news. The good news is that the information holds up. The pictures and the artwork are fabulous, and you can find it cheap. Amazon and other places, typically under $11. It is a hardbound book, hard copy, hardback, hardcover. There we go, hardcover. And it's called This Great Game. It is a publication of Major League Baseball. The dust jacket, which I don't have anymore, has a picture of Brooks Robinson on the cover. And I believe Pete Rose doing a roll block into him in the 1970 World Series. Anyway, it's a big picture of Brooks on the cover. And taking place at Riverfront Stadium. You can sort of see Riverfront in the background. But it's called This Great Game, and I want to walk you through a little bit of the book in a few minutes that we have together this morning. There are 255 pages in the book. It is largely, but not entirely, pictures. There's features on things like base running and umpiring and pitching and catching the battery. Fantastic articles by different writers. And the article on managing is excellent. It's by Earl Weaver. It's the single best piece of writing on what a manager does that I've ever read in my life. And it's 50 years old, and it still holds up. So, This Great Game. First thing I want to do is to show you what the font looks like, give you a sense of what the book looks like. This is the beginning of the Weaver article, and you can see Pete Rose here to the right. But there's depth to it. It looks like a coffee table book. But it's regular size, 8.5 by 11, I'm guessing, or maybe 12. But it's the kind of book that would certainly be a nice addition to a coffee table. But the information that you get, and certainly the baseball history, is excellent. There are, I'm going to get this wrong, but sepia, I believe, colored pictures. I don't know if this gets picked up. This is the Polo Grounds in 1890. These are the kind of pictures that you see in the book. This is credited as Mickey Cochran diving to tag out Gabby Hartnett. And I want to show you one more of these. Here it is. This is Babe Ruth making contact. It's not all old pictures. Old as in like early 20th century. Some of them are more recent. And then there's a section, if you're younger, you don't remember this guy, but Leroy Neiman was an artist, and as I look back and I watch some things on YouTube, what the TV networks used to do is to pay Leroy to come and paint during big games. Just like, hey, Leroy, it's the World Series Game 2. Come paint something. And there's nothing better than art produced under the gun, I find. But they did it anyway. As I look back on it, it was bizarre at the time. It's still bizarre. It's got kind of a Bob Ross kind of a quality to it, just saying to Leroy, here, you got a couple hours. Let us take some shots while you're painting this thing. But there's a whole section of Leroy Neiman artwork. This is one of Roberto Clemente. I'll show you a few of these that are actually kind of cool and hold up. There's Yaz. And I'll show you one more. Here we go. Here's Juan Marichal. Now, for $10, the Weaver article alone would be worth it. But when you pack in the other articles, the pictures, and then the old pictures of classic baseball at the early part of the century, you get something that I think is really a cool addition to your baseball library if you don't already own it. I'm sure if you're watching this, I'm sure lots of you do. One of my favorite books, definitely something that's made a big impact on me and that I look at every so often, not just for the Weaver article to review it, although I do that too, but I see something new in the pictures all the time, and it's a very cool thing. So This Great Game, 1971, produced by Major League Baseball, available on Amazon, but it's even cheaper at used bookstores. $10 or a little less, plus you'll get dinged a little for shipping. It's a great book. Look for Brooks Robinson on the cover and you'll have found the right one. I'm Kurt Berglund. Thank you again for joining me for my Monday book review. Join me next Monday for another book review, and you won't believe the one I've picked for next Monday, but you're going to laugh. Thank you again. Hope you have a good day. So long, everybody.